Welcome everyone to this week's episode of Comic Chat with Gat, where we talk about comic books, popular culture, and again comic books, because those matter to us, but I don't know a lot about them. I am Gat, that is Comic Chat with, also known as Chris and Taylor, and this week, I wanted to actually flip it around. I'm going to be Comic Chat with, and that's Gat, because we're wearing costumes of the other person, because we're getting into Halloween stories in honor of Halloween this week.
Then you should have worn like a fun pop culture T-shirt.
You know, I literally just thought of this as we sat down. That would be great.
Stop and redo it.
Nah, I don't want to wear your clothing. So, otherwise, what do we got on the show today? That's scary stories. Super scary, as I will say. Before anyone sees it, super scary stories. Probably the scariest. Send the kids to bed. It's gonna be a freak show.
I don't know if they're that scary.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about. I've been reading two things lately. I've been reading the new Batgirl. So, new Batgirl. They did a soft relaunch about issue 36. So it's like they didn't start renumbering. They're just like, we're gonna change it up.
Is that normal?
It does happen, especially because like, in a way it's normal because if you think about it, they were on like issue 783 of Action Comics before they rebooted 50-52. Wow. So some of those stories, I guess maybe they did. Because you can't imagine that was the same as like it's not the same Superman from number 1, right? From like the guy that could leave Tubby.
But they didn't. When they did New 52, didn't they reset the count
to 1? Yeah,
okay,
they wanted. So they didn't do like a big deal with Batgirl. They're not resetting it to 1, but it's new creative team, kind of a new direction. I think some of the things kind of carried on, but it's kind of like a new feel to it. And it's like Batman meets Archie. So you know I'm excited. Because I love Batman and Archie.
So were you constant with the Batgirl story before this? Or
No. I kept hearing good things like here and there, like kind of like through the whatever hear people talking. They're like,
sure,
oh, the new Batgirl is really cool, and everyone talking about it. And I was like, all right, I'll give this a shot because the DC had a sale, like Friends of the Batman sale on Comixology, and it was like 99 cents for like Grayson #1 and Batgirl #1 and like Batwoman and stuff. And I was like, well, I hear good things about like these two, Grayson and Batgirl, and I just want to know about them. And Batgirl is so good, I bought the trade like after one issue. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. And so I think it's called the something of Burnside. It has the trade is the picture with I'll put it right here, but it's the picture of Batgirl like taking a selfie in like a mirror thing. I know that looks dumb, but honestly, it's really good. Like it's not like that. It's just
okay.
I don't know why that's the image they chose for the cover, but
are there any other characters from the Batman universe?
Yeah, Black Canary was in the first issue.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, she keeps bringing more stuff. It's really good. Like Barbara, I guess, has photographic memory, and so like she's like solving things. Like they had a party the night before. It's kind of interesting because it's like she's a 20-something-year-old girl like living that life while also being Batgirl. So it's kind of like juggling the two things, and it's interesting. Just like she's like, my computer's gone, and then she's like rethinking. She's like, who's this guy? I'm like, oh, that's Doug, and here's his Instagram, and then like it's like really interestingly like modern. You know, it's pretty cool.
I guess so. Is she in Gotham?
Batgirl?
Yeah.
No, her mom maybe is in Gotham.
Where is she?
Barbara.
No, I know who she is. Where is she?
Where is Barbara?
Yeah,
she's not born yet because they're not married.
Wait, that didn't click with me. Okay, so
Barbara Gordon is Jim Gordon's daughter.
Yes, I did know that. I just thought Barbara Gordon was Batgirl.
Mm-hmm. And if she's Jim Gordon's daughter in Gotham, does he have a daughter with Barbara? No. Who's also Barbara's a junior.
There you go. See, folks, this is where he teaches me about comic books, but that was much more aggressive. He didn't told me that Barbara was a junior. I didn't know there was a second generation Barbara on
I don't know why he
So
named
which
Barbara.
Batgirl is Barbara? Is that Barbara Jr.?
Barbara Jr. is Batgirl.
Okay. Now,
well, his daughter, obviously, though, the lady he's dating isn't Jim Gordon's daughter. I said Batgirl is Jim Gordon's daughter. Then the lady in the show who's trying to have sex with Jim Gordon is probably not his daughter.
Oh my god, I'm all
Barbara Senior is in Gotham.
Yeah, so Barbara Jr.'s in Gotham too.
What? In his testicles, maybe?
Oh, wait a minute. No, you're where confusion is. I'm not talking about Gotham the TV show. I'm talking about Gotham the town.
Oh.
Jesus. Who's on first? I don't
know. What's on second? Okay, so this is a great episode.
I now understand it a lot more, though. Okay, so Barbara is in...
Yeah.
Okay, in Gotham the TV show.
Yeah.
And she's in Gotham the City.
Yeah.
Junior. Okay.
Okay, but in this, she's in Burnside, which is basically like Brooklyn, comparatively
cool. Okay,
to.
that makes sense.
So she's not quite in Gotham, but she's close. She's usually in Gotham. Yeah, she's Oracle in the.
Yeah, no, I know that.
That's
in case you guys didn't know, she's Oracle.
Yeah. That's when the Joker shoots her through the.
Whoa! Spoiler.
You read The Killing Joke.
They might not have.
You should read The Killing Joke if you hadn't.
Too late. You already did.
Anyway, Okay, so Batgirl is really good, and then I read the new Back to the Future comic because that came out.
This is going to be the last episode where we discuss Back to the Future.
But there's more issues of comics.
We have hit critical capacity on this damn movie franchise. It's been a whole month of Back to the Future on anything I listen to, any podcast I listen to. It wasn't even that good.
Chris, don't say that.
We can agree.
No.
Back to the Future 1 was pretty good.
Back to the Future
2 was not good.
There's problems. It has fun things.
We can say the word's not good. They were in 2015 for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, but then
I thought the whole movie was them in 2015. Well, no, the whole movie was them retreading the first movie.
Well, they also went to alternate 1985.
Yeah, but they still weren't in the future for more than 15 minutes. Well, no.
Okay,
so anyway, like it.
The comic.
Yeah, how's the comic?
It's two different stories. The first one is like Doc telling his kids from the third movie about when he met Marty the first time, and that started out cute, and I enjoyed it.
Started out cute,
Yeah, but then they put in the whole damn chicken thing in there. Nobody calls me chicken, which is not a plot device from the first movie. So it's like they're retconning chicken into Marty's history, and I hate that so much because like Needles is like, what are you, Chicken McFly? And that's why he goes.
I still don't know who Needles is.
He's the one who basically he's Marty's Biff, but they introduced him in the second movie too. He's the one who's like, "Will you do this for me?" Then he gets fired because he's trying to like help Needles and do his work, just like his dad would do Biff's work in the first movie. Anyway, so
I don't remember. We'll put a picture right there.
Of Needles. Needles will be right here.
Oh, that's who that is.
Yeah.
Magic.
So yeah, it's. I don't know, like, he breaks into Doc's lab, but Doc thinks it's like, I don't know, but whatever. It ended up being like, oh, that's nice that's how they got together, but the fact they put the chicken thing there really bothered me. And then the second, and the art style was really, I don't really like it.
No?
But the second part was the art style from the guys that do the IDW Ghostbusters comics, so it was different and cool and like cartoony and fun. And it was like young Doc when he's a professor at the college, getting invited to the Manhattan Project.
Oh.
And so that's, I guess, the real story they're going to continue on with in the comic. So that seems interesting, I guess. I don't know.
So are you going to actually continue on? Are you going to keep? Are you going to wait for a trade, maybe? Or
I might just wait for the trade and just buy the whole trade. I bought the first issue, like, so I could have the comic book with the first issue because it's an alternate cover, and I bought it digitally. But yeah, I might just wait for the trade because I don't know if I.
Okay.
Kind of disappointing.
So Back to the Future, disappointing.
Hey. Okay. So let's move on to spooky stories.
Yes.
It's Halloween.
I remember I was in maybe middle school or high school. And I had read.
I thought you were gonna tell like a spooky story.
Okay. No, I had read one of my first comic books. I had read. I think it was Arkham Asylum.
You read Arkham Asylum? Oh my god, this is a scary story.
Yeah, and
it also makes no fucking sense.
I didn't get it at all. The art style was freaking weird, and like the Joker was murderously scary. So I mean, that's what I was thinking because this is Halloween when this is going out on Wednesday. The Halloween's in a couple days, and so I wanted to know what you think people should read for the scariest comic book movies.
Okay, they're not gonna be the scariest because I don't read a lot of scary books, so I just want to point that out there. No, because
to you, we'll say to you, which ones
the ones I've read
that you enjoy as well.
Yeah,
it just if it's scary and it sucks, you don't want to read it.
Yeah, you know? I mean, I've read some of the fun stuff like there's the Jason versus Freddy versus Ash.
Archie.
No, Ash. Well, there's
Ash
Archie
from
Ash from Evil Dead.
Pokemon. Oh,
yes, Chris.
I didn't know. All right, anyway.
Ash from Evil Dead, and those are fun. I really like those, and like the Marvel Zombies books, I guess, are pretty good. I didn't think about those just now, but I wouldn't call them scary. They're just like kind of like interesting. And the Walking Dead books are genuinely suspenseful.
I think that's probably the one you would go to.
That's a given.
Yeah, but it's long. It's not one of those you can read in a night though.
No. So as far as just like solid stories, they're just like compacted in one little thing. Constantine Dark Entries, I think it is, or Entities. Entries.
Probably Entities.
Entities, probably.
Yeah.
And it's really cool. It's this little book. It's about this big, and the first half of it is white on black, so it's all black and white, but white on black, like black is the negative, and the other half, or vice versa, the other half is black on white.
Oh.
It's really cool. Like it's Constantine, like he's on this reality TV show. Things start being real weird. Like he's trying to figure out what the hell's going on, and there's of course it's Constantine, so there's like demonic shit going down.
Keanu Reeves, got it.
Yeah, obviously. Whoa!
So,
I don't know, it was fun. I really like it too.
Back to the Future.
So, yeah, Constantine. I definitely recommend that one. It's a little fun. It's a book written by Ivan. It's written by an actual like a horror story author. Like it's
Ivan
like
Drago. Was it just the individual It's from Rocky.
Oh.
Was it just the individual like trade, or was it a collection of stories?
It's literally you can only buy it in book form. Like it's not like
Okay.
it was issues. It's
cool.
it's and it's weird and it's small and funky and super cool. And that's a fun one to pick up. I would definitely pick that up. I'll have to give it to you to read. It's pretty cool.
Is Constantine good?
Yeah, Constantine's good. Yeah,
What does he
he's
do
cool.
besides?
He's a demon hunter.
Exorcism.
He's a demon and like ghost hunter.
Okay, I guess that's cooler than like the movie made him just seem like the guy who did exorcisms, and I was like, that's not
No, he's like he's like the lead in paranormal
activity.
Yeah.
Ghost Dimension sponsored. Go see it.
Did you see that Constantine's gonna be on Arrow?
I saw that. I thought they were gonna have it. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen episode 4. 3? 3. Or 4. We haven't seen this. Comes out after 4 comes out.
Yeah,
we haven't seen it though. Anyway, so I thought Constantine was actually going to help with Sarah.
Oh yeah.
Because she's kind of like a demon, right?
Maybe they will get him to help get something out.
Get her under control, or do like an exorcism.
But it's super cool. They got that same actor from the NBC show.
Well, yeah, because they canceled the show.
Yeah, but like, still there were rights and stuff, and like they were saying first that they're not rebooting it, but they're just bringing him into Arrowverse, and maybe if people like him enough, they'll maybe like give him his own show.
I doubt it.
I heard it was a good show. I never got a chance.
No, I heard it was a good show too. It's just more that they actually wanted to. Berlanti's been wanting to do a crossover with it for a while with Arrow, and then when it got canceled, he was like, "Well, hold on, we want him on the show."
What I think is interesting is like, I mean, that show was on and I wanted to watch it, but there was Flash and Arrow and Gotham and like just so many shows that I couldn't keep up with that extra one, and it was like it's not really related to Arrow and Flash, but now that it is and it's in there, then obviously
Supergirl's starting now too.
So it's on. Would have started this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
the first episode was good.
Because you stole.
No, I mean because it aired on Monday, Chris.
Right. Yeah. Okay, good. So the first episode was good.
Yeah, really good. Actually, I really enjoyed it. They had Cyborg Superman in there. Spoiler, but he's not Cyborg Superman yet. He's just a black guy. His name is
Cyborg
Superman. He's one of my favorite villains. He's great.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I was watching it and like the name popped up of the guy and I was like, the name sounds so familiar. Why does that sound? It's Hank Henshaw. And I'm like, why? I was like, Mr. Henshaw. I was like, Hank Henshaw. And then I literally pulled out my phone and I was like, Hank Henshaw. Oh shit, Cyborg Superman! Like, it's so exciting. He's great.
Okay.
Anyway, so Supergirl. I really liked it. The trailer did not sell me at all. I was not a fan when that first trailer came out.
I doubt I'll even give it a time.
It looked real bad.
Because there won't be any connection to Arrow and Flash.
And it's on CBS. How are we supposed to watch it, Chris?
Valid. Hulu. Get on that, man. Like I'm missing a Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory and Supergirl. We could watch it, but we can't. I really do. You don't like Big Bang Theory?
Have you ever seen the video of Big Bang Theory without a laugh track?
No.
Most uncomfortable video. There's a link to it. I'm not putting the link to that, but because I have to put links in now, so I don't want to link out to as much stuff as usual. But you can just look it up on YouTube. It's a video of the Big Bang Theory cast, and they dub out the laughter, and so they show like where they take their beats and where they force in the laughter, and it just makes it so uncomfortable when there's no laughter.
That reminds me of it's kind of like it's pulling behind the curtain. Like I was watching Whose Line Is It Anyway, and they have like bonus extra features like about the DVD, and it shows that they
Why did you buy the DVD of Whose
I just wanted to watch it, and I couldn't get it on TV. There
was
no whatever.
Okay.
So the point is
YouTube
that
is a thing.
Whatever. I wanted the whole thing, Chris.
Right. Got it. Go.
So, but they had outtakes, and so sometimes when you think that they're like these guys are just doing it like that, they literally just go no redo, and so some of their jokes they just like especially for that like they'll like stop and the guy they'll first guy will remember what he said, the other guy will like oh I messed that up, so then they'll redo it. And it kind of really killed the.
I enjoyed the CW version, which you can watch on Hulu. Oh
yeah,
they redid it in CW. I don't know if you knew that.
Does it have Ryan Stiles?
It does, and it has Wayne Brady, and it has Colin Mockery.
Has all of them?
Yeah, it has. Actually, they're all back, and it's fun. I enjoyed it.
I like
thought it was fun. I like Whose Line Was It. Scary stories.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So the other scary story is Batman: The Black Mirror.
Yes.
So I give that to you. You haven't read it yet.
Yeah, it's looking right at me.
Yeah.
Every time I come
it's
home.
Dick Grayson as Batman. It's not Bruce Wayne.
Spoiler.
It's not spoiler when you start out. You'd have to know that, otherwise you're gonna be real confused, Chris.
That's very true.
This is after Batman is killed or sent back in time by the Omega Beams in Final Crisis, and Dick Grayson took over the cowl as Batman. So, and it's this really haunting story, and it has to do with Barbara. Okay. So bringing it back, Barbara Gordon and her brother, and Papa Gordon, Jim.
PG.
PG, Papa Gordon. And I don't want to give anything away because it's like there's serial killers and like it's real good.
So you have
To me, the reason why it's spooky is because I didn't want to flip the page, but I had to flip the page. Like, I'm so scared,
know what was going on,
but I don't want to. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Your Batman voice, regular Batman,
is Kevin Conroy.
Okay. And what would you relate your Batman voice to be for Dick Grayson?
I don't know. Sometimes I think I just read it and I'm like, that's Dick Grayson.
Hmm.
It's not. It's definitely not like, oh golly gee, Batman.
As Batman.
Yeah. It's just like,
oh, you guys gotta stop doing that. Come on, guys. All right. So there we go. 2 scary stories.
Maybe Neil Patrick Harris.
No.
Because he played Nightwing in the anime. He played Nightwing in Under the Red Hood.
I remember that.
Yeah.
You telling me that I hadn't seen it,
but I think he would be a little bit lower voice. I feel like Batman has to, because he has to pretend to be Batman, so he has to keep it low.
What if he did the opposite? Instead of keeping it really low, he kept it really high. No one would know it was him at all if he was just like, "Hey guys, I don't want you guys to stop it, knock it off, knock it off."
Are we running out of time? How are we doing on time?
Never run out of time on this show.
Okay, so the last segment on the show this week, I want to talk about the that Batman versus Superman article that's been going around.
Yeah.
People have been posting it on my Facebook wall, asking me, "What do you think of this thing?" And I'm like, "All right, I'll read this, whatever." So it's called, the title of the article is Revealed on MoviePilot.com.
Yep.
Revealed
by Rick.
No
last name, Rick. What did you do?
Ben Affleck's Batman is the biggest plot twist since Darth Vader as Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
Bold claim.
Bold claim.
Okay, so you could read the article yourself. It's 15 chapters.
The full thesis is 15 chapters.
Yeah,
the whole article it's still long. I mean, the one he has on the web. Let's just kind of.
Yeah. Okay, so let's give you the main. There's 2 big main points I think that he made in this, and one is that this is a continuation from the Nolan universe, and he's basing that almost purely based on the fact that Christopher Nolan is a executive producer.
Yeah, that's
which he was also for Man of Steel, but that doesn't mean that Man of Steel has anything to do with the Dark Knight movies.
Which I guess kind of breaks it down from there. Like, if Nolan really had his fingers in there and saying this is going to be part of the Nolan universe, you would think there'd be so many Easter eggs in the Man of Steel.
Stuff. Like, they would even have mentioned, remember when that Bane guy attacked the place?
Right. You would think they would have a reference like that. So, this kind of just, I didn't really think about that till just now.
Yeah, well, also, the Dark Knight universe is so un-comic book-like, for one. So, you have to think about the fact that he tried his best to make it a, crime drama that had Batman in it and made it realistic, which is great. Cool. Let's do that. Why not? But it didn't have anything. So that's one of the things that bothered me about The Dark Knight Rises is that if that was a universe that was the DC universe, a nuclear bomb, he would have just called Superman.
Yeah.
And picked up the bomb, throw it away, and punched fucking Bane in his stupid face.
Yep. He wouldn't have.
It would have been done. And so the fact that it had to be Batman to deal with that meant that there's no Superman that existed. And sure, you could say, well, then maybe Christopher Nolan's universe was a prequel to Man of Steel. Man of Steel showed up later, and then he wasn't Superman yet. And you'd want to follow this guy's train of thought, right? Yeah. And so you're like, okay, sure, I guess, but this new universe is so... There's Robins in there, there's Oracles, you've got Joker, you've got Harley. It's so comic booky that I just can't...
There's an Oracle in the Batman pursuit?
Well, the rumor there's Batgirl. So, or at least there is a Barbara Gordon, and she is maybe playing Robin now. She's like girl Robin, kind of like in The Dark Knight Returns, and then she might get shot and killed. I think I think I said this before on the show, but a cold open for Suicide Squad would be the Killing Joke. Would be awesome. Like if they just did that, and then that's why you see Batman like banging on you see those things with Batman on top of the Joker car, because like if like it just like he's chasing, he's just so pissed. Right? That could be cool. If they did that for Suicide Squad, that movie would be so good.
So back to Batman vs. Superman, this theory, though.
Okay, the big theory is that Ben Affleck, the guy who's going to direct and is in 3 more Batman movies now, because DC's putting all their money behind him, is not Bruce Wayne. He's Slade Wilson as the Batman, which we said has happened in the comic books. He references it. This guy has a lot of references. I'm not saying that there wasn't a lot of work done.
It's not unfounded.
And it's not unfounded. But it just doesn't make sense for a multi-billion-dollar movie.
Oh, yeah. And they're spending $450 million alone on Batman vs. Superman. So just the fact that they're going to do that, they're not going to make it the barrier to entry so low for people to understand the source material.
They'll be like, wait, what? He's not Bruce Wayne? I don't get it. Like,
right. Regular people are going to come in saying, no, Bruce Wayne is Batman, period.
Yeah, they were like, who's the Slade Wilson now? Yeah. However, Chris, if Oliver Queen showed up, I would accept all of this.
If Batman was Oliver Queen.
And our friend Steven showed up.
Steven Amell.
Yeah.
That's our friend.
And so our friend Steven showed up, and he was like, shooting Superman with kryptonite arrows because he's like Slade Wilson is now, but then he wouldn't. I don't know if he team up with Slade Wilson. He team up with Bruce Wayne.
Wouldn't you lose your shit if, as we wrap this up? Oh no, we still
there's
gotta go
still
over.
one
Damn, but
It's
wouldn't you lose your shit if no one knew, and during the movie, that scene from Dark Knight Returns, it is Stephen Amell, and he shows
an
up.
old man with one arm.
That would be insane.
Oh
if that
my
would
gosh!
happen.
I don't know what I would do. I would like just get up out of my chair and just I
would walk out.
I would be like I can't
walk
anymore.
out.
I can't. And it'd be
Done.
so good. I don't know what I would do.
All right, so fanboying all aside.
So then the second theory. So
Yes.
that's already the reason why that for me doesn't work is because of just the idea that this is for the mass populace.
Yeah.
If it was a cartoon movie, sure, like an
Makes sense.
animated
Sure.
or a comic book series, like an issues the series where it's like, oh, new Batman versus Superman series. That sounds interesting. It's like Wilson, interesting.
Like an Elseworld.
Yeah, exactly. Or
Yeah.
if they just were like, here's a one-off story that really interesting in writing and some good, awesome writer, great, awesome. But I just don't see it as a movie.
Nice.
The second thing is that Jason Gordon-Levitt's character from The Dark Knight Rises, how he's connecting it again to the Dark Knight trilogy, is he's the Joker, and they changed actors because they kind of look the same, but also because they didn't want to give it away. And like, I don't know, it's because his name is John Blake, and it's Joke, so John and then BLA and then KE, and that makes Joke, and that makes Joker, and he goes crazy, and he was Robin because his fucking first name is Robin. Damn, it's so stupid, Chris.
Well, yeah, he did have like the injured marks
on
there
the Robin suit. They showed like so there is more evidence that this Joker was maybe Jason Todd.
Yeah.
But for him to be John Blake and to connect all those together, and that all of a sudden we're gonna have what's his name? Who's Batman? In the ones? No, like the actor. What's his name?
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale. Like the fact that they've been hiding Christian Bale this whole time, that he's just gonna be revealed as Batman and help Slade Wilson defeat Superman. So silly.
Yeah.
I just can't see it happening. And that John Blake is the Joker, and I don't know. And I mean, like he said, like, oh, they've done stuff like that where they've done the switcheroo on you before. Because, like, in the first Batman Begins, right, they didn't, Ra's al Ghul as Liam Neeson wasn't named Ra's al Ghul in the credits on IMDb.
Right.
But that's a more understandable plot twist than this outrageously cool, maybe.
Could be cool.
But not, I just don't know.
Plus, you would think it'd be a longer movie. To have to establish all
There's
these
so
things.
much. I mean, there's already so much to establish in this movie. They got Wonder Woman coming in. Yeah.
So yeah, well, I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys... I noticed the Spice Girls cup for your tea. What do you guys think about it? It is a theory out there. Go ahead and read it, enjoy it, and
let us know in the comics.
And yeah, comment below and let us know. But otherwise, I mean, that's the show. Comic Chat with Cat 37. If you guys like this, make sure you go and check back our catalog of all of our other stuff. We do some Let's Plays. We do some stuff. Last week we reviewed the new Justice League of Society?
Legion of Superheroes.
Legion of Superheroes. It was great, and it was for DC Deck Building. Yeah, it was awesome. So go ahead and take a look at that. We're not posting links. Just go. You probably got like a playlist right over there, so you'll be able to see it.
Why, Chris? You don't want to post
over
the
there?
links?
The playlist are over there. So yeah, Comic Chat with Gat on Instagram and Tumblr. Comic Chat WGAT on Twitter, and also check out CBX Cast. We're a growing family of podcasts. We've got Cardboard Box, where I should be on the next episode, but they premiere every Tuesday. And we'll be talking about Halo 5 Guardians. And then also Real Retro, where they went over Back to the Future 2.
And Hocus Pocus is coming.
Hocus Pocus is good. Very good. Great show. I just not a fan of Back to the Future. So there's that.
Okay.
But
Thanks for watching.
Bye. Show's over, punks.